Suppose those who works in the companies, they are being told once they are signing the offer letter or the joining date, that they are supposed to come at that time and they are supposed to leave at this time. This is an example of the internal control, because if you don't specify the time for the employees to come in the company, someone is coming 7 o'clock, someone is coming 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So you are not going to build a teamwork, a discipline, and it will not lead to the productivity. So on small levels, we have to define the functions of an organization, means production controls, marketing controls, financial controls, and whatever functions we have in the organization, we have to put the controls over the functionality in order to optimize the process and the procedures. Now, because of the information technology, IT has made easy for the organizations, which leads to a system audits. Means you can use the softwares which can help the management to build a strong system into the organization. We will start this one. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the system controls, security measures, and IMA statement of ethical professional practices. Starting with system control. The segregation of accounting duties can enhance the system security. Three goals of the information security we can observe: availability, confidentiality, and integrity. What are the system controls? System controls are built to run the operation of the company in the smoother and efficient way. We build systems and build the system controls to get the internal efficiency of the employee and to enhance the performance of the organization as overall. Now, using the system controls, we should know that system availability is the ability of the intended and authorized user to accept computer resources to meet the organizational goals. Then confidentiality is an assurance of the secrecy of the information that could adversely affect the organization if the information goes to the public or the competitors. So you have to build the system in the organization that your information, which is confidential, should not pass to the outer world, out of the organization. For example, take the example of Honda and Toyota. Suppose in 2011 Toyota is going to launch a new model and Honda will not launch the model. We suppose that once some company go for a new model, they attract the focus of the vehicle users, and there are likely possibilities that if the model is attractive, so some of the Honda customer might shift to the Toyota customers. Supposing if you get this information as a Honda owner or as Honda management that Corolla or Toyota is going to have a new model, so you can build your marketing strategy, your production, your campaign based on this information. And once they are going to launch a new model, your model is also ready to launch to meet the competitor requirements. So confidentiality should be the major concern for the control systems. And then integrity is maintained by preventing the unauthorized or accidental modification of the program. If you use the Hotmail, Gmails, the integrity of the Hotmail is, or the Yahoo or Gmail is, that you have your own password and a username which no one else can log in except you. So you have a belief in the system that this, whatever your personal emails, no one else is looking at them, right? So a control system should be available, it should be integrated, and it should be, the confidentiality should be the element of this one. Some you can say search engines or community pages like Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, some information you can share openly, you don't need to make it confidential. But your personal emails, your send messages, sometimes you want to keep them confidential, right? So depends what kind of control system you want to build in your organization, what is your confidentiality levels. But talking on the corporate level, your internal documentation, your internal control, your management policies, your rules, your regulations, these are highly confidential documents. What is the profitability for this quarter versus last year quarter, budgeting, financial statements. If you are not a listed company, so then it becomes highly confidential for you. Market information, share movements, how much dividend you are going to announce after the profit declaration. This is highly confidential information. For preventing this information not to go in the public or in the unauthorized hands, you have to build a control system in the organization. That's why we are going to study this all. What are the options with us? Now, what are the threats to the systems? Generally, the biggest threat to your business when you are using the IT technology and the devices, someone can hack your website, for example. If you are a university and you have students who are doing MBA with you, maybe in 1 year 1,000 students get the MBA degree. Someone who's a hacker, he access your database and he changed the grades, or he add some new name of the students, means he alter the database of your university. It is a threat to you because this will lead to issuance of unauthorized degrees, and changing of the grades can affect the life of the students as well, right? So information system might be stolen physically. Someone stole your server. So you have to know what are the threats to your system, because once you build up a system, you are positively thinking about the system. You build the office, you build the systems, and you are positive to this. But someone might, unencrypt or sabotage the system, and maybe your competitor is finding the opportunity to de-image your organization. So you have to build the control systems to prevent yourself. But what are the common threats? Input manipulation. The data you are entering, someone can manipulate, change the input. You want to enter 100,000 as sales, someone enter as 10,000. So at the end of the year, your sale is showing less. In fact, your sale was more. And in the negative way also, some information, someone put it as a wrong information, which leads to wrong decisions by the management. Then program alteration is the deliberate changing of the processing routine. Someone can change your program. Alteration means the changes. Direct file alteration means someone goes in your database and the file, which is the master file, it is directly changed by him. And data theft, someone theft your data and you are having no more data with you. These are some information, some threats to the information system. More, sabotage is the disruption of an organization system, not for the personal gain, but simply for the revenge or in the spirit of vandalism. Means someone can destroy your files. There are so many ways to do this one. Viruses, you can use the viruses to send sometime, someone, when you open your MS and Yahoo. So someone say a hyperlink you see, if you click that one, the virus will download in your system. Might be it causes corrupting your system, or your system will stuck and it will not work, right? So many options are there. Viruses, logic bombs, these are also used as a threat, also destroy data, but unlike viruses, virus is a common term which all use, but in viruses or in information technology terms, there are some other sophisticated techniques to destroy the data. Sometimes the positive software becomes negative software, right? In the Trojan horses, we will discuss that one also. Logic bombs also destroy data, but unlike viruses, they remain on a single computer. Worms are pieces of code that do not threaten the data on a computer, unlike virus, but are destructive because of the rapidity with which they replicate themselves. Worms is a term for those, you can say, harmful things which can multiply themselves and causes system or data to corrupt. This is how things will be out of your hands. Trojan horses are installed on a computer by the user because they are masquerading as programs that user want. Trojan horse is a term. This is a software. This is a positive software. Sometimes you need some software to do, but at one time it becomes negative. It start reacting your system in a negative way. So suppose you have installed a software which you want to use it, but this software has a capability that it can be destructive for the system. Someone can use in this way that it becomes destructive for your control systems and systems. Viruses, worms, Trojan horse